Hi everyone, this is Linda Israel here, and today I want to share with you how I made a card for the 52 Christmas Card Throwdown Challenge. This week the challenge was to go back and look at previous challenges and use one of those as your challenge theme. So this is what I did. I went back and looked through the challenges and I found a challenge from May of this year and found one that said to go through your stash and use your dies or punches or die cutting type tools that you already have and make a card with that. So here's what I did. I used a Sizzix die that was a star shape, and then I had a Stampin' Up die that is, I think it's called Top Note. I always call it a label because it looks like a label. And then I used some of the Brutus Monroe stamps. It's called Sketched Holiday to make my card. And here's what the card looks like. You can see that I have the star, and here is the label in the background here. On the star, you can see the stamped image of the poinsettia from the Sketched Holiday. I did some embossing as well as used some Tattered Angels sprays, the Glimmer Mist sprays, as well as the Brutus Monroe chalk sprays. So please come watch my video, learn a little bit about how I made this particular card. If you have any questions, make sure that you go ahead and leave a message below and I'll be more than happy to share with you. Make sure that you also click on the link in the description if you're looking for this Brutus Monroe set. When you click on that link, it'll take you directly to Brutus Monroe and you get 10% off your first order with Brutus Monroe. That helps me as a demonstrator for and design team member of Brutus Monroe because I don't get paid, but I can get more products so that I can show you more items from Brutus Monroe. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. I have got die cuts here. This is for the Christmas Card Throwdown Challenge. This week's challenge is to use a previous design challenge from one of the previous months or weeks, and the one that I chose was to use from your stash your dies, die cuts, die templates. And so I went in and I cut the label from Stampin' Up and a star from Sizzix, and these are going to be my die pieces that I'll use on my card today. The first thing that I want to do is I want to paint this particular piece. So I'm getting a little scrap piece of paper. I've got some acrylic paint. I've painted the star with acrylic paint. Now I'm going to use a couple of sprays. This one is Chalk Shimmer Spray in Zest from Brutus Monroe. And this one is a Tattered Angels. It's a kind of a gold copper color. You can see it changing colors there. So I'm going to spray a little bit on there and add some more color to this star. I have a Misty, and a Misty is a stamping tool, much like what you would see with an acrylic block, but this is one that the stamp is positioned and then the paper that you're going to stamp on is positioned with these magnets. And then when you stamp by closing the door, it stamps in one place. So if you don't get a good impression, you can stamp it again, or if you want to stamp multiples, all you have to do is just keep putting your piece of paper in the same spot. I have the Brutus Monroe Sketched Flowers. This has the poinsettias. And what I want to do is lay this on here where I think I want the image to appear. I think like that. And then I'm going to close the door and it will pick up the stamp like so. I'm going to use the Brutus Monroe embossing ink on the stamp. I have some gold embossing powder here, and then I will emboss this. I have some Brutus Monroe Premium Chalk Ink and Suede and one of the Tim Holtz blending tools. I store my pad on the bottom. And what I want to do is blend around the edges of this image. See how that blended around? I have a little glue pen here. It's a 2A glue, but I'm going to use this to go around the edges so that I can put embossing powder around my star. Use a paintbrush to help get back some of that excess. The Brutus Monroe chalk ink is almost like an embossing ink. It's heavy enough that it'll hold the embossing powder. Now for my label, what I want to do with it is I have a piece of Canvas Corp tissue paper, and I want to put a little bit on here as well as some of the premium chalk ink. So I'm going to go around the edge with this premium chalk ink. And I'm going to tear a strip of this. I've got some white glue. I'm going to go at an angle. Now that I have that glued on there, I'm going to trim it from the back side. Using the same sprays that I had earlier, I'm going to spray these again with the Shimmer chalk from Brutus Monroe and Zest. And a little bit of the gold copper color. I'll go over it one more time with the chalk ink. This time I'm going to do direct to the paper. And I'm going to rub down the center here. And it's okay if it's messy. That's my look that I'm going for. Now that I've done that, while that is still somewhat damp, I'm going to use the embossing powder, and I'm going to let it stick wherever it wants. I like how this has this old gilded look, like it was some old piece that was in a home forever and some of the finish is wearing off. It's kind of a neat look. Start assembling. Make a bow. I have a paper napkin. This was a larger piece, and I just cut it to fit on a standard A2 card. I'm going to use my ATG gun, go around the edge. Just using white glue to put this down. I've got some adhesive dots I'm going to put on the back of my star. But I think I want to put a piece of burlap in here. I have these little Christmas ornaments for a miniature tree for those that like to decorate little trees for the holidays. And what I'm going to do is take these and stagger them. Use a glue dot. To help hold that together. Trim off the excess. I think I want that right about there. Use another glue dot on my bow in addition to some white glue. To go on either side. And there is my card for the Christmas Card Throwdown Challenge using your die cutting machine that you have in your stash. It's a very elegant card. I think it's really pretty. Alright, so if you liked what I've done here, I've used some Brutus Monroe products. I've used some Tattered Angel Canvas Corp products as well. Make sure that you check out the 52 Christmas Card Throwdown because there are lots of other artists that are putting up their creations. They're all Christmas cards. They're all cards, not tags or any other item. Make sure that you comment below, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you give it a thumbs up. There's also going to be on either side of my image here places where you can see the other Christmas card throwdown that I have done, as well as the Brutus Monroe Christmas cards and other cards that I have made. And of course, make sure that you follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I am more than happy to answer your questions. If there is a product that you're looking for, be sure that you comment below and I will answer those questions. Brutus Monroe is going to be opening up a marketplace where we're going to have more items to offer all of the customers there, so make sure that you stay tuned for more news about that. So I hope you enjoyed my little Christmas card for the Christmas Card Throwdown Challenge. Thanks for tuning in today, and create your own ending. Bye!